And welcome everyone. Week 5, Game 1 of Coalition League's Spring Split. I'm Random Minion Caster and I'm pleased to be casting alongside Aderant Luna tonight. Hey Aderant.
Hey, how's it going, Caster?
Good, good. So we are going to be watching Rawr Rampage versus 100 Weeps tonight. Really good game to watch, I think. Rampage, second place team currently in the league here. And 100 Weeps, fourth place team currently. 100 Weeps lost both their games against Rampage so far, but Rampage tonight coming in with momentum, looking to take their fight to MG Blaze number 1 team. But they have a bit of a roster mix-up tonight. They will have MG Loves JJ, previously known as Barack Osama, their top laner, shifting into the jungle. They've lost their mid laner, Todd, to C2, another team in the league, and picked up Squishy Pickle instead. And for the top lane, they're having a Diet play their top lane as well. And in the bot lane, their support will be our sometimes caster Rukter joining them as their support here as well. So a bit of a different team. On the other side, 100 Weeps, still the same old lineup that we're used to seeing week after week, with one small change in the jungle. Instead of I Am Bad Vibes, it will be Dog Wolf Wolf playing tonight. So he'll be a new factor for 100 Weeps, and picks and bans have been completed here for both teams. On the side of Rampage, they banned out the Rumble, Olaf, Darius, Ornn, and Syndra. 100 Weeps banning out Urgot, Trundle, Silas, Mordekaiser, and Jax. In terms of picks, Rampage will go with Misfortune, Jarvan, Thresh, Aatrox, and Orianna, while 100 Weeps goes with the Livers bot lane, Zaya, Rakan, Rek'Sai in the jungle, Shen top, and Vigar mid. Now, Luna, looking at their picks and bans, the bans of 100 Weeps almost looks like they're banning against themselves here. The Urgot, Silas, Mordekaiser, Jax, all champions which do get played by 100 Weeps.
Yeah, it's definitely a confusing thing. The only thing I can think of is during scouting, they're like, oh, they uh they have our champ pool, guys. What do we do? Do we risk it? And they're like, oh, we're second pick. Uh, guess we're just gonna have to take them away and stab each other in the foot. So it's an interesting conundrum when this issue pops up because you're like, well, we all have the same best champs, at least supposedly. So it's just like, how do you get around that except for having to take the hit? You know?
Yeah, and they
Uh,
definitely took a hit, it looks like, but we'll have to see how that plays out into the games. And what about their picks here?
so for Rawr, it's interesting. I I'm not a fan of the Aatrox in their comp, but since 100 Weeps did pick the Shin up first before Aatrox, it's more likely just for the counter. Uh, I'm assuming ideally Aatrox is able to get ahead very easily against Shin. So we'll have to see how that plays out. You have a ball delivery system with J4 easily, and then Thresh and Aatrox can get in there, but it's not optimal. But aside from that, I mean, if Ori can get a huge ult off, then I mean that's going to set up for a Cataclysm or Aatrox's shenanigans, and then an MF bullet time to the face. I mean, it's a solid comp. And then for 100 Weeps, I mean, you had, like you said, Lover's bot lanes. I had Rakan, easily one of the best synergy bot lanes in the game. Um, I'm not sure how I feel about the Shen. Shen taunt can be useful to maybe set up a baby cage from Vigar into uh, Rakan's ult and then Zaya's ult. The one thing can I despise the Rek'Sai pick. I do not see how it goes into their comp at all. It's unless they're just trying to maybe get a lot of jungle control with Rek'Sai and maybe kind of counter J4. That's really the only thing that I could think of. I feel like it's a weird pick.
Yeah, and with that, we are loading here onto Summoner's Rift as well. So we will just hop in here. But yeah, I agree with you. I do like the picks here on the side of Rawr Rampage. Very sensible team fight picks. Fairly easy to execute. Going to be absolutely dangerous in choke points. And on the side of 100 Weebs, another thing is we've seen Puffin play Vigar previously, and wasn't exactly his best showing. Did struggle a bit out of lane with positioning and trying to survive engages here. So I'm not really sure that this is the pick that that Puffin does best on here. And yeah, I guess they're putting a lot of pressure onto Dog Wolf. Rek'Sai will have to sort of get that lead early here. But as we see gangs coming in, Puffin going to be forced to flash real early here as a death sentence manages to connect onto him. Dog Wolf with also getting poked really low here. Might have to base, might not be able to start off his jungle properly without basing, but if he does base, he will lose pressure in the jungle. And there is wards coming down. Squishy Pickle just barely not in time to stop the bases coming out of 100 Weeps. 100 Weeps will be able to base. And we do see Dog Wolf opting not to go back to base. Instead, going to go start his blue with the assistance of his bot lane. And his bot lane will have to give him a really good leash there to try and make sure he doesn't fall too far behind early here.
Yeah, I like that call from Dog to just forego going for the red and starting blue. Because either way, Rampage is going to know where he's at. If they don't see him at the red buff, they know he's at blue buff. If they see him at red buff, well, they know he's there. They see him. So it was a very, very good attempt by Rampage with the early aggression there. I like that a lot.
Definitely. And we'll have to see if that really slows Dog Wolf down significantly here. We do see MG loves JJ here heading straight over to the other buff, his blue buff. So he does have double buffs, level 2, and looking for a gank or invade into 100 Weeb's jungle on their top side here. There is a fight going on between Ajax and Diet here. So it looks like JJ might go to that top lane. Meanwhile, on the bot lane, a great engage from Rookter. The Ignite is down. Baby Rope Bunny using the flash. Can she get the kill? Looks like she will not. Dilly able to survive, having to burn the heal, but only the heal there expended for an Ignite and a heal in the jungle. MG loves JJ catching out Dog Wolf in his jungle. The ward did expire, but J4, I guess the stronger duelist in the jungle there, does manage to take Dog Wolf and will get the 3 buff to start the game as well.
Yeah, that was the one downside from Dog deciding to stay in his jungle instead of healing. Was that if JJ opted to, which he did, he could have contested. And it paid off for JJ very well.
Definitely, Dilly staying a little too long in the bot lane. Ends up going down to the Make It Rain from Baby Roll Bunny. And now Sharp Otter left in a bad position. Gets Death Sentence and will go down as well under turret. Top lane getting ganked by JJ now. But a good flash from Ajax will keep him alive. And that's a 3-4-0 start for Rawr Rampage.
Yeah, unfortunately, while Zyricon is one of the better lanes, oh, here we go.
Oh, and Dog Wolf trying to get the gank up top, but JJ sees him. Gets the stun off the knock-up off first, but now Diet really low, flashing, trying to get himself out of danger. And it will be enough, but JJ still wanting to go back in, goes in without his teammate. Will end up baiting Diet back into die. Diet going in now, and the double kill onto Dog Wolf from JJ's greed makes it 3-2 right now. So 100 Weeps managing to claw back into the game.
Okay. Well, chat, that's a thing that just happened. I'm not sure that was the play, my guys. That was, I don't know what that was. What are we watching?
I don't know. That was aggression, and that was kind of weird. I mean, we are used to Rampage playing kind of aggressively looking for those kills, but 100 Weebs maybe not so much. 100 Weebs known, and I don't know. It's a little weird. I guess Diet got a little bloodthirsty. JJ got a little bloodthirsty. ended up picking a fight they really, really didn't want there. And they have to respect 100 Weebs. 100 Weebs might be only the 4th place team right now, but it's not because they're bad laners. In fact, they're up ahead in almost every game in their lanes. In a way, they're similar to Rampage that way. They've got really strong laners. The issue is their mid-game shot calling, but it looks like JJ is trying to give them a run for the money in that department in terms of bad decisions in the game.
Ooh. That's you said it, not me. That's a ooh.
Yeah, but it's early yet, so we'll have to see who can throw harder here.
Yeah, we'll have to see. So something that I was saying earlier before all that craziness happened is that although 100 Weebs does have the lover spot lane, unfortunately for them, Thresh is one of the best counters for that combo.
Yeah, you say that missing the death sentence, but just walks in to get the flay there. And JJ getting aggressive, getting really deep in there, but will be able to get out. Dog Wolf Wolf tunneling over the wall, but a bit late. The rest of the bot lane, Baby Rope Bunny and Rookter have managed to back up for a Rampage already, so will remain safe.
Yeah, and so the reasons that Thresh is probably the best counter for that is, so if Rakan decides to go in, then Thresh, oh, jeez. Well, I mean, if you have a jungler around, then I mean, it kind of evens things out quite a bit. Right, but another reason is like, so say Rakan goes in, and then Thresh just goes for the death sentence on Saya. Or when Zaya gets low and Rakan tries to dash to her for the shield, I mean, Thresh can just either hook or play him. And I mean, if they're skilled enough and they can hit that, that can be devastating. Yeah. I mean, it was a good attempt by her to Weebs, but oh well. I mean, there's the answer.
Diet now gonna get caught out and will end up going down there in the top lane after his narrow escape. Very, very unfortunate. He actually was safe and ends up going back to the lane and just dying instead.
Yeah, that was. I mean, like I said, it was a good answer by Ajax. Sometimes you gotta respect what a Shin can do if you're low health.
Yeah, and I mean before that, Aatrox have been absolutely abusing the Shen in that top lane. They're 50 to 33 CS, and part of that 33 CS just comes off the wave that Ajax is now only finally getting to farm here. So that Aatrox pick definitely working well in the 1v1 against the Shen. At mid lane, Puffin trying to get a kill onto Squishy Pickle, but a beautiful command shockwave there peels him off of her. Will not let the Viger get the primordial burst off, and so Squishy Pickle will remain safe here.
Right, and it's like you were saying earlier, Viger is not usually a pick that we see Puffin on. Definitely not something that he opts to go for usually. But a lot of his picks were banned out by the Rawr. Like,
for sure, and JJ now getting a beautiful gank off and a simple command dissonance after shielding JJ will pick up the kill on to Puffin here. And we're beginning to see the same problems that Puffin had in his previous games with Vigar, where positioning, he's kind of squishy. He doesn't have the mobility of the champions he's used to, and doesn't have the shield from a rumble or, you know, the ability to scrapyard engine his way out of things. And he's, yeah, just going to get picked if he's not careful about that.
Yeah, it's, you know, like I was saying, I believe Rumble was first banned from Rawr, so they definitely were giving Puffin the respect that he deserves from it. And they did not want to deal with it, so it was a good call.
Definitely, and a beautiful flash taunt on Diet's flash there in the top lane. The Diet's flash now is down, did not accomplish much with that as Ajax managed to do a beautiful taunt off just in time to interrupt it. But he still has to be careful, taking a lot of damage here from the skills of Diet there. Aatrox's skills not being blocked by that shield from Shen here.
Right. And I'm not sure what Aatrox is building with the Phage and the cloth armor there.
Yeah, it looks potentially maybe a Black Lever and with Ninja Tabbies, perhaps Ninja Tabbies against the Ninja himself. Ajax now trying to taunt himself to safety, but whiffs it a little bit, doesn't get the max range, and will go down to Diet as JJ manages to chase him out. Now bot lane, Duodelu taking a lot of damage, manages to get the heal up before the ignite comes down, and Dog Wolf Wolf is in the area and will pick up a kill yet again in the bot lane. So Dog Wolf Wolf now 4-2-0 with the 200 gold bounty on him. The only other kill on the side of 100 Weeps is in the top lane, given to Ajax there on his Shen.
Yeah, it was a very good answer by Dog to be able to get there to help Dilly out. The one thing I am kind of worried about is having so many kills on just Rek'Sai. Because, I mean, although Rek'Sai is a brawler, Rek'Sai is also one of the more squishier ones. So, I mean, it can be pretty easy just to lead Rek'Sai and get that rebounding.
Yeah, definitely there. And the Rek'Sai looking like he's going the Warrior enchant potentially here on the Stalker's Blade, so we'll be going more damage oriented. And while that was happening, JJ did manage to pick up the Herald here. Flash in from Sharp Otter. He's looking to get a pick on Squishy Pickle, but Squishy Pickle manages to get a beautiful 3-man command shockwave there, and also managing to dodge everything without having to burn anything. Now, Puffin, the one who's extremely low, has to be careful. Might end up going down if he doesn't get out fast enough, and now Sharp Otter deep in. We'll have to be careful. Death Sentence comes out, will land on Sharp Otter, and Squishy Pickle will be able to pick up the kill there in the mid lane. Top lane, JJ has taken the Herald to that top lane there, and Ajax has to back out, will be low, will not be able to hold this, and they will get first turret of the game to Rampage.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Otter was going for there. He didn't have his ult ready, so it was definitely a question to play, I feel like. That and Dilly was in bot lane farming, so it was just like, that's a fight you don't need to do. If you can force the Orion out of lane for Puffin, then sure, by all means. But you don't have to overstay and give up kills like that. Like, that's so you don't always have to go for kills. Sometimes pressure is all you need.
Yeah, and that lack of pressure cost them a lot there as they do manage to get Dragon as well on the side of Rampage. Now Puffin getting Death Sentence. That push was not warded and will instantly get popped down, but Ajax able to shield him, buy him some time. Now Squishy Pickle looking to try and get out, but Dog Wolf Wolf with his 4 kills will manage to pick up his 5th one there as he executes Squishy Pickle and gets the bounty off of him as well. Now going for Rookter a little deep, and Sharp Otter will be able to snipe that from under Dog Wolf Wolf's nose there. Will be able to pick up his first kill of the game on the support Lacan.
It's very interesting to see Otter roaming so much, because I mean, usually Rakan, they stay on the Xayah like white on rice. So like I mean, maybe they just want Dilly to get some solo XP from the wave to help try to get him up a little bit more. I'm not sure. I mean, farm-wise, he's not that far behind. He's only 8 farm behind Baby Rope Bunny's MF, so
Yeah, doing well so far in that 1v1 matchup. And we do see JJ looking to that bot side as well, wanting to pick up that scuttle, but seeing if he could maybe get Dilly on his own, but Sharp Otter was in the area. Now Diet, the one having to be careful, will use his ultimate World Ender there to get out as Dog Wolf shows it on the top lane, looking to try and get another gank off there.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he needed to ult there, but I mean, it's a good respect play, I suppose. I'm not. I don't know. Feels weird.
Yeah, just perhaps a bit premature, but it did get him to safety. Now Rukter looking to potentially dive Dilly as he's alone in the turret, gets the play off. We see the Make It Rain coming down. Baby Roll Bunny now taking turret damage, and a beautiful death sentence there from Rukter will basically buy time for the bullet time to come across. Will be JJ coming with the Cataclysm, who will pick up both Dilly and Sharp Otter in the bot lane there. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, we did see Squishy Pickle solo Puffin 1v1 get the kill onto Puffin there. So Puffin's 0-3-2 now this game.
Yeah, that was a beautiful fight by Rawr there in the bot lane. Yeah. There's
not done yet, as now Dog Wolf the one there going after Nyx. 1v3. JJ going in, making it look like a 1v1, but the rest of his team, his bot lane was there to back him up. Baby Rope Bunny and Rukter showing up quite quickly. Will be able to shut down Dog Wolf there.
Yeah, see, that's I don't get that call. Like, you know that Rawr's bot lane is still in the area. Why even risk it?
Yeah, and that's one of those questions that we'll never know the answer to, as unfortunately we don't know. Now Rukter might be the one getting caught out. There is alone. Will take the whole burst from Puffin and will get instantly wiped out there.
Yep, that's definitely something that Puffin was needing. That is his first kill of the game, which is pretty rare for us to see.
Yeah, and I mean, on the side of 100 Weaves right now, their carries have not been able to pick up much kills here in the game. So Puffin finally on the board. Dilly yet to get on the board in terms of kills here. Looking to try and get the mid lane type, but will be forced off as Baby Rope Bunny and JJ arrive in the area. Dog Wolf on the side there, looking to just back up his team of 100 Weebs. Will now rotate towards the top side, or just the top side of his jungle, basically, just to farm that out and watch it out. Dilly being sent to the top lane to catch that wave, pushing in on their inner turret there.
Right. So, and like, this is what I was saying. Is it's like, you know, you have 5 of the 8 kills from 100 Weebs on your jungler, and I mean, Rek'Sai is not, you know, the best at like sieging or anything like that. Like, Rek'Sai can be good for objective control in the jungle itself, but it feels very odd.
Yeah, but I mean, they do have a Veigar who is always a backup plan there. Veigar's skill basically infinity now. Beautiful death sentence onto Rukter that will catch him out. And we do see JJ coming in from the side. The bullet time coming across will be enough to finish Sharp Otter there. So now mid lane, they're facing a 4v3 situation. While on the bot lane, Diet and Ajax still facing off there. Ajax getting pushed off by Diet, but that is at the expense of the Aatrox's ultimate World Ender and his flash. Now Rawr instantly just running over, trying to pick up their third Drake of the game, the Ocean Drake this time. So they already have a Mountain, already have an Inferno, and looking to get their third Ocean Drake.
Yeah, and Rawr's in like perfect position to stop any kind of thought of a steal from Dog. So I mean, it's a good positioning.
Yeah,
great
Dog now. Dog is on his own in a really bad position as he gets cut off from the rest of his team by all 5 members of Rampage. Now Rampage in the bot lane as 5 looking to push in and take that inner turret there. Puffin not in position, is in the mid lane, was caught shoving that out. So it will be Sharp Otter, Ajax, and Dilly trying to protect this turret. And it looks like they will be able to, as they're not really getting shoved too hard. Misfortune's range not really enough to really get in there, but they do get some good poke up now. Puffin finally has arrived. Baby Cage going down there will hold on to Diet, but Diet is tanky enough that he will survive. Squishy Pickle getting a lot of poke onto the backline. Dilly Puffin both extremely low. Puffin down to less than 25%, Puffin down to less than half health, and we'll be able to zone them off now. Rampage will be able to take that inner turret in the bot lane.
That was That was definitely interesting. It's not very often that you see Rampage go for the ARAM in any lane, uh, let alone be it in bot lane. So, I mean, it was definitely a good call. Everyone on their team stayed up. They got the turret. So, I mean, well played, you know?
Yeah, definitely well played from them. And Rampage this game, not as strong lanes as we're used to seeing out of them, perhaps. But then again, they are facing 100 Weebs, another team who's known for their early game. And 100 Weebs so far, up to this point, we're doing pretty well holding on. But now they're down 4 turrets, down 3 Drakes, down 5 kills. It's not looking great for them, despite having Vigar as a fallback here. So what do you think 100 Weebs should be looking at next year, Leo?
Next year? I mean, if we're talking the long term, I have no idea.
No, I meant like the next thing here in the game.
Oh, next thing here. Sorry, I misheard. Sorry. I mean, at the moment, Dog needs to stop being so damn aggressive. Like, he keeps trying to go in when his team's not there. I mean, yeah, he's got 5 kills, but I mean, if you look at his items, he don't really have anything. He's got boots, a page, and his completed jungle item, and that's it. And now a Kindle gem. So I mean, it's just like, if you don't have full items, why are you going into a team that has full items without your team being there? It makes no sense.
Yeah, and he was up early in the game with a huge bounty for himself, but now he's 5-4-1. Not very far ahead at all. And you see an interesting situation here where all the 100 Weebs are chasing Squishy Pickle in the mid lane, but the rest of the team of Rawr Rampage is in the top lane. They managed to get that top the top inner turret down there. And now Puffin getting caught in the rotation. We will see Ajax's stand united coming in to keep him alive here. But bullet time coming across. Ajax didn't have anything to interrupt it, so Ajax will end up paying with his life. And Puffin also getting taken down by the bullet time, catching him there as well. So that's a 2-0 in favor of Rawr Rampage here, and they'll continue their push in that top lane with 4, while Squishy Pickle tries to take that inner turret alone in the middle.
Yeah, it's just like, you know, we've been saying and seeing all throughout the league. It's 100 Weebs' mid-game plays are just so questionable, and just like, it's like, I mean, why are you going to chase Squishy Pickle when you see the other 4 from Rampage pushing top? Like, it's baffling at this point.
Yeah, and Squishy also managed to pick up that inner turret in the mid lane as well. So with that, 100 Weebs is left with only turrets in their base, and they've already lost their top inhibitor turret and inhibitor as well. So that will be open here. The next Ocean Drake will be spawning about 50 seconds, and that will be Soul Drake for the side of Rawr Rampage if they can get it. Baron is also up at this point. 100 Weebs do have a pink ward down on it, so they will have vision on it at least. But we do see Rukter here now warding up the Ocean Drake, getting some vision down, because that will probably be their next focus here.
Yeah, that would definitely be the right call. And I mean, it's just like, 100 Weebs, they have wards on the map, but it's just like, like they just now got more
going in. Rukter on his own. Will death sentence Sharp Otter, but he doesn't want to be there. He's all alone, has nobody else with him. But the rest of the team finally arrives. Dog Wolf taking a lot of damage from the bullet time. The rest of the queue for Baby Rope Bunny will be able to take Dog Wolf now. Sharp Otter really low. Dilly also low. Getting blocked by the minions here. Will have to flash out to keep himself alive, but Sharp Otter will not be able to. Did not flash in time, and now Ajax going in alone on the backline. The team's not there. He's going in on 5. Will go down. That's a triple kill for Baby Rope Bunny, and with that they can turn around and look for the Soul Drake. But it looks instead they've got 5-2 right now. They had the triple kill. They're looking to just push out the bot lane, it looks like, and try and break that inhibitor as well.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well at this point, because top lane's already pushing. By the time they get this inhib down, the wave for top should be crashing into the base of 100 Weebs.
Yeah, extremely efficient use there. JJ taking in Soul Drake for them. But while that happens, they go for the inhib. They get the inhibitor turret. Though when they press for the inhib, they end up taking a lot of damage with a beautiful 3-man command shockwave there. will catch everybody. And a beautiful hourglass to keep him alive. Puffin goes down, Sharp Otter goes down. Now Ajax trying to get Baby Rope Bunny on the backside, but will not be able to. Rukter, the only one to go down in that engage so far. Now Ajax having to deal with JJ and Diet. Can he get out? He had problems before. It looks like he still has problems now. Will go down. That's an ace for Rawr Rampage, and they're 4-man up. They can just push into the base here. They have the minions. They have supers on the turret as well. They will get the Nexus turrets. They're now looking at the Nexus. Only Dog Wolf up for 100 weaves right now. It will be 1 second till Trap Otter's up. He's up. Puffin 5 seconds. Can they get it? No, they cannot. That will be Rawr Rampage taking it 25-22 without getting Baron this game.
Wow. That shockwave was disgusting. Oh man, like you could not have asked for a more perfect shockwave at that point. Like that was a game ender. That was
Yeah.
GG.
Caught all 3 squishies on the back line there. Stopped them from engaging. Left Dog Wolf isolated there. That was absolutely brutal. And honestly, for myself, I've got a question that the kill distributions here. We've got 1 kill onto Ajax, 5 kills onto Dog Wolf, 1 kill onto Puffin, 1 kill onto Joey, 1 kill onto Sharp Otter. Everything was thrown onto the new jungler Dog Wolf.
Yeah. Well, see, that's what I was saying. Is like I'm not even necessarily sure if it meant to be that way, or if Dog was trying to give kills to Dilly and just either took them on accident, or if he was greedy. I don't know. And as for that 1 kill on Dilly, he just got that kill in that fight.
Yeah, that's not a sight you want to see for your ADC. 1, 3, and 2. Only a 3 kill participation out of 9 kills, lowest in the game. That's really unfortunate because you really do want your ADC to be able to transition their power into those team fights. That's where ADCs shine. And I also have to question Puffin's the Veigar pick for Puffin. I'm not sure if that's something he wanted or whether it's something the team wanted, but Puffin's a really strong laner. Unfortunately, Veigar doesn't seem to fit with that style of his. Not really able to dominate on that Veigar, and the way 100 Weebs play, they don't seem to get to that late game very often where Veigar really shines.
Right, and again, Leo, as we were saying, it's like it's not a usual pick for him. A lot of his normal picks were banned, and I'm pretty sure that he does usually also play Orianna as well, correct?
I believe
So,
he has the champion, but I don't think he's played it in the Coalition League thus far.
okay. Because, I mean, either way, you know, if he does, then, I mean, Rampage just straight up took Orianna away from him. So it's just like, if he's like 3, 4, 5 champions deep into his pool, I mean, you know, sometimes it might be someone that you can play and maybe like try to hold lane with, but might not always be someone you can do well with.
Definitely. And with that, congratulations to Rawr Rampage for their win in Game 1 here. And the next game for Rawr Rampage, Game 2, will be against MG Blaze, ranked number 1 in the league. And Rampage and Blaze have been going at it. Both teams really want to win this. Should Rampage win their next game, they will go into a tiebreaker against MG Blaze, assuming, of course, MG Blaze wins their game as well in Game 1. And for 100 Weebs, they too might potentially be looking at a tiebreaker tonight, as 100 Weebs needs to win their next game. If not, if they were to lose the next game and C2 were to win their 2 games, C2 will be playing them in a tiebreaker for 4th place. So very exciting games here for both these teams coming up in Game 2 here. And with that, we are going to hit to a short intermission break. And we come back, we'll see you guys for Game 2.